Welcome back. Well, hopefully you were able to insert some symbols there, some special characters, maybe find some lost symbols there as well. Well, let's go ahead and move on to lesson number 7. We'll talk about controlling page appearance. Now, page appearance is something very, very big. This is something that you'll spend some time planning and really considering how you want to communicate your document here. So we have two specific things that we'll talk about. We'll talk about our layout tab, and more specifically, how to change the orientation and to select our paper size as well. We'll also talk about our design tab, some of the options there, such as changing the background color of your entire document, applying some borders, and applying also a watermark as well. So really one of the things that we need to kind of figure out as we head on over to our layout tab here. So right over here in our page setup, we have some options here where we can specify the orientation of the page. We can go ahead and establish the paper size as well. So what I'll do, I'm going to go ahead and expand all of my headers here so I can kind of see how things are working. What I'll do is just click on one of them. So I'll right click here and I'll wait until I see that expand or collapse here. I want to go ahead and expand all of these headings here. I want to see how many pages I have so far. On my navigation pane, I'll go over to pages. So I have 3 pages here, not so bad. But what you kind of want to avoid is pages kind of overlapping themselves here. For example, here on page, here for my lesson 5, I have part of it on one page, the other part on the other page. So I want to go ahead and fix that. There are many ways I can fix that, but maybe I can go ahead and just make the paper size a little bigger so that I can go ahead and have that spill over to the next page here. So in terms of the paper size, so right now it's letter, which is 8.5 by 11. And maybe I'll want to go ahead and change that to legal, 8.5 by 14. Now I'll scroll down, kind of take a look here. Okay, so all of my lesson 5 is now on this page, but now my lesson 6 is on another page. So what if I change the orientation? Let's see here. Right now it's portrait. What if I want to give it a nice widescreen view, like landscape here? Let's see how that would look for me. So notice now it's wider, and this is useful if you have a lot of data that you want to kind of represent. So now I have more room. I can make this table bigger if I want to. So the landscape orientation will give you that ability, but just notice that your page, it's a little shorter in terms of height, but you get the length in terms of width there. So in essence, you're just basically flipping the page there as well. So you have to make that decision whether you want a portrait or a landscape. I'll go ahead and put that back to portrait here, and I'll go ahead and put this back to letter as well, because I can always just press the enter key and move down lesson 5 to another sheet there as well. Okay, and then I can clean all of this up a little later. But for right now, let's head on over to our design tab. And let me go back down to my lesson here. Right back down to lesson 7. Let's talk about background color. So on my design tab over here, there's a lot of options, but let's go ahead and take a look at these options over here for the page background. So these will actually impact the page background here. So what I want to do first, maybe I'll go ahead and add a page color. I'll click on this drop down here. And right now there's no color. I can choose some standard colors here. Oops, sorry about that. Really bright. Or I can choose some theme colors over here as well. So maybe I'll just grab a nice subtle color here. I do have a lot of blue on here, so I don't want to. I'll just stick with this, maybe white background 1, darker 5%, just to keep it simple, make things a little easier to read here. And I can go ahead and grab some page borders if I want to. So if I click on page borders, I get this dialog box here. And I have a lot of different options to choose from here, right? So I can choose the border style. I can choose the color. Okay, and I can go ahead and choose the width. And if I want to apply some art to it, I can go ahead and do that as well. If I want to apply it to the entire document or part of the document, I can. And over here, it's giving me a preview. That's pretty helpful. A little preview of what it would look like as well. So right now we have none. Okay, so we'll go ahead and maybe put a box. See right here, it's going to put a box around it here. Maybe I want let's scroll through these options here. The lines get thicker as you go down, get more extravagant here. Maybe I'll just give this double line here. And you can choose a shadow if you want to, 3D, or you can go ahead and customize it. I'll go ahead and stick to my box. I'll leave it like that. And in terms of color, maybe I'll give it this orange color here. Whoa, it's going to be really, really bold. If I want to apply some art, lots of crazy art that's going on down here that you can use. These are useful if you're making like an invitation, maybe a party invitation. You can use some of these down here as well. You know what? This is a little thick. I'm going to keep it thin here. Maybe change this color here to something a little more toned down. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And here you go. So we have a nice border on the outside here, making it look a little elegant here. So really depending on what you're trying to communicate, once again, you can go ahead and specify this here as well. Let's talk about the watermark here. Now there's some built-in watermarks here that we can use. So if I just click on this drop down here, I have some confidential. All right, so this is do not copy. And then I have some disclaimers here that I can use. I have some urgent varieties here that I can use. So if I want to say urgent, go ahead and click on urgent. And it's very subtle, but you can see it here in the back. Here's the word urgent. And here's urgent again. So the options are there for you to go ahead and apply a watermark. Very cool. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have someone do it for you. You could make a custom watermark if you want to, just by clicking on the drop down and clicking on custom watermark. And here, let me just move this over here a little bit. So we can specify the type of watermark that we want. We can specify the text right here. So we have a drop down, different options that we can have here. Okay. We can establish the font, the size, the color. So we can completely customize this watermark if we want to as well. So I'll leave that the way it is right now. I'm going to hit cancel, and I'll give you a chance to go ahead and practice with that. So I want you to go ahead and pause this video. Go ahead and click on the layout tab and change the orientation, change the paper size. Then head on over to the design tab, change the background color, add a border, and go ahead and apply a custom watermark. And I'll come right back. We'll finish up with lesson number 8.